Okay, we've heard a lot about GPUs over the last day, so Sungho is going to continue that theme by telling us about ExaModels and GPUs.
All right, thanks for the introduction. So, yeah, thanks everyone who has been contributing to ExaModels project. This is everyone who has contributed to the project except for Claude. And then we recently got a lot of good contributions, so we really appreciate the support from the community. So this is gonna be about ExaModels, and ExaModels is our solver. This is the modeling platform like JuMP, but this specializes for the nonlinear optimization, and it especially specialized for the GPU. So this is gonna be mostly about the implementation. Nothing is gonna be about the theory. And then specifically, we're gonna talk about some peculiar nature of implementation of ExaModels, and we do a very aggressive typing within ExaModels. And people know, people see giant stack trace message that is emitted by ExaModels. So I'm gonna explain a little bit about why we do that, and then there are some of the good things and bad things about that. So we're gonna talk about that in this talk. So ExaModels, this is the modeling language. You can see on the code snippet on the right-hand side. It's an algebraic modeling system embedded in Julia. And you can see that the syntax is heavily influenced by JuMP. So we can add variable, add objective function, add the constraints, and then in the end, we can formulate the optimization problem, and that can be treated by some solver. So the part that we do is interact with the user, specify the model, and then pass it to the solver. And later, the solver will query some of the information from ExaModels, and we're gonna get to that later. So it is built on the NLP models ecosystem. We really appreciate the folks from JSO putting together this nice infrastructure for implementing different solvers and the modeling system, and then we take advantage of that. And by doing that, we support all the solvers that is supported by the JSO ecosystem that include IPOpt, MedNLP, Nitro, Uno, and many other solvers. And MedNLP, no, not MedNLP, ExaModels ships with the own AD system. Means that when the solver queries the information about the objective constraints for the given X point, then we are able to evaluate and then pass it to the solver. And the killer feature is the GPU compatibility, meaning that these callbacks can be evaluated entirely on the GPU. So there's not going to be any host to device data transfer. So we just pass X, which practically means we send a pointer on the device. And then over that array, we can evaluate the objective function, constraint, Jacobian, second order derivative, and so on. And the design philosophy, I think, is slightly different from JuMP. I think JuMP is loved by many, many people, and I use it for teaching the students. But that doesn't mean that it is optimized for the runtime performance. And then ExaModel is something we try to do with ExaModel is filling that gap. So we try to provide the fastest modeling infrastructure that allows the solvers to take advantage of the fast callbacks for evaluating the objective function and other model functions. So why do we need the GPU compatible modeling language? So for LPs, QPs, and the convex optimization problems, I don't think we need the separate GPU modeling system. And that's because what's going to happen there is that you model the problem, and then it will incrementally construct these cost vectors, the Jacobian and everything. And that's going to have some structure. And then once it is passed to the solver, and then solver can take care of everything. And then once you solve it, and then you can report the solution back to the host. So the communication is going to be only once from the CPU to the GPU. And after the solution, we're assuming that we are running some GPU native solver. And then solution should be sent back to the CPU, and that's going to be just one-time thing. So even if you use the GPU native modeling system, there are not much of the benefit you can get from that. But for the NLP story, it's slightly different because algebraic modeling system not just provide this solution problem information, but actually the solver queries this information and in every iteration. So if you rely on the CPU modeling system, that means that you need to do this back and forth of the data transfer in every iteration step. And this can be a quite significant performance degradation. So JuMP today does not support this GPU native callbacks, and ExaModels is specialized for providing these capabilities. Okay, so what is the status quo in terms of the interface between the ExaModels and JuMP? So you can use the JuMP model, and then you can convert it into ExaModels, and that has been implemented in ExaModels package. So how we have implemented it is that like you first implement some JuMP model, and then we provide this like one-line interface where you can convert the JuMP model into an Exa model, and we can specify what is your backend. In this case, we are using the CUDA GPU. And then after this, it is converted into a standard Exa model so that you can solve it with some like solver that supports the GPU capabilities. And another path is that like ExaModels kind of behave like a standard JuMP solver. So in this case, we provide another layer within JuMP. We convert it into ExaModel, and then we let the MadNLP solver to solve that problem on the GPU. So we can also like have use this capability in this way. So there is these two interface currently. But if you try to run this and actually try to use it, and then you can pretty quickly you can see that this is not for the production level. And that's because even this simple model, for doing this conversion, it takes quite a long time. And the reason is that, actually I'll get to the reason in the next slide. But if you just use the ExaModels, this can be really like, the model can be created in just no time. And that's partly because ExaModels model construction is faster than JuMP. That's part of the reason. But more important reason here is that this conversion layer in the very last line, this is a very expensive procedure. Yeah, and then like this gap will grow with respect to n. So if you have a larger model, it takes longer time to do this conversion. And the reason is that if you look at the JuMP data structure, and we're gonna look at this simple model, and then if you go into the MY backend and then look into what's in the objective, and the objective is storing these scalar nonlinear expressions in the vector of any. And that means if you are trying to convert each of the expression into the GPU compatible whatever form that that ExaModel requires, then it will need to like it's almost like you're closing your eye and then like see what this is, and then converting that into the expression. And that's because like those information is not revealed at the type level. So you need to go through the type inference for each of the entry when that is encountered during this conversion. So this has been quite slow, and this is particularly because of the some of the backend in the JuMP data structure. So yeah, in this case, the per node inference will dominate the cost for doing this conversion. So this has been the issue. So like people have been trying to address this issue, and one of the great contribution was from Benoit on the genop.jl, which was I think presented in the last year's JuMP dev meeting. And the idea here is that like we just preserved the JuMP model, and then we just use the extension feature of the JuMP so that it can be in the backend. It is treated by the ExaModels, not the direct JuMP NLP evaluator. So in this way, it is possible we can have some proof of the concept. So this has been around, and for doing this, Benoit has implemented this parameterized array interface and the lazy sum for the objective function. So this is a cool proof of the concept. But one potential issue here is that it's going to be very difficult to support all the expression that is supported by JuMP. People like JuMP because it's kind of forgiving, and you have a lot of flexibility of specifying this constraint, that constraint. But you may lose some of those flexibility because ExaModel supports much smaller set of the expression syntax. So something that I'm thinking about these days is something slightly different. So it might be possible to make this conversion layer a bit more efficient, and that's something that I've been thinking about these days. So ExaModels, the kind of peculiar nature that I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation is that ExaModels has a very aggressive typing, meaning that we try to put as much information as possible in the type of the expression tree. So like this is the one example. So this is a very simple looking objective function, 100 times something square minus some variable square again, and then another quadratic term. But if you look at the type of this expression tree, you can see that this is quite complicated. And actually, if you just walk through this tree, and you can see that first we are adding some two terms, which is located over here. And then we are encountering another node 1 and node 2. And node 2 in this case is this one because it has the 2 children. And then this is node 1, which is only a square of something. So you can actually walk down this expression tree, and then you can see that all the structure is encoded in the expression tree. So this means at the compile time, this structure is fully known. So that means whenever you are doing the model creation, or you can, for example, during the automatic differentiation, you can actually take advantage of this information. You can compile specific kernel for your specific model, and that can be used for the efficient model evaluation and also supporting the GPU evaluations. So this can be used for example, forward and the reverse path that one of the previous speakers has mentioned today. So great things about this is that like if you do this aggressive typing and use put together this specialized kernel, then this can be really used for accelerating the solution procedure and the evaluation of the functions. And this is comparing our MedNLP implementation, ExaModels implementation, I'm sorry, and then comparing that against the ExaModels running on different architecture. And you can see that if you run them on the GPU, you can have quite significant speed up in the performance. And this is all enabled by this aggressive typing. And then for this, we can compile this Julia function that do the automatic differentiation for this expression tree, and then we do the array level parallelism. And this can be used for not just for the CPU, but this can be running on the different backends. And because of this nice decoupling of the Julia level automatic differentiation and the array level parallelism, so we were able to like pretty easily support a lot of different backend for running this automatic differentiation. And sparse AD performance is also pretty good. So like we can achieve like more than 100 times speed up by using these features. And more details of the implementation is going to be given in the SIAM optimization conference. And another great thing is that in the first implementation, we tried to only do this aggressive typing for the expression tree, but we decided to do it also at the ExaModels level. That means you can fully AOT time compile this modeling system. So this has been like quite difficult for the Julia language packages, but we were able to get rid of all the type inference that is needed for model creation and the evaluation. And in this way, we can also fully AOT compile the modeling library. But there are also bad things about this, and this is one of the examples. So the left-hand side is, let's say that this is the model that we have started from, and then later we found that we need to add on another term in the constraint. In this case, because we so aggressively type everything and then like put that in the compilation, so if you start from the model version 1, it's gonna run slow, like this really simple model, but it takes almost 0.1 seconds. So that means like you're spending quite a lot of time for the compilation. So if you recreate this model, you can just reuse that compiled cache. So it can be the model can be created in really no time. But if you make this slight change, then you will need to compile everything from the scratch. So in terms of the usability, most of the times we do the backend first development when we are developing the model. So this can be some of the challenges, especially if you like try to make this as a user-friendly tool. So this is kind of the issue of the ExaModels. So because of that aggressive typing, this compilation load can be pretty high for the users. Yep. So, like, and given this, I've been thinking about how can ExaModels provide the GPU automatic differentiation capabilities. So GPU and JuMP, like as I mentioned before, why people like JuMP, at least in my opinion, is coming from the flexibility and the user friendliness. So, but ExaModels is kind of like with the coming from the different philosophy. But there can be some interesting middle ground, and this is something that I've been thinking about these days, and I'd be open for the discussion with the JuMP core developers later. So if you can support some more concretely typed expressions, both for the objective and the constraints, then probably we can do that ExaModels NLP, ExaModels JuMP conversion layer much more efficiently. as of now, if it is not, I think, affine all the quadratic expressions, then we need to go through that type inference-based conversion, which is really killing the performance. But if you can have some more classified representation of the individual expressions, then probably we can do that conversion much faster, and that's something that, yeah, I've been thinking about these days. Yeah, so JuMP in that case, for the JuMP side, like the potential behavior change is gonna be, it is not fully interpreted model, but it may need to do some more. It essentially will increase the compilation load for the JuMP side. So like this is not necessarily a good thing or bad thing, but this is just an idea that we can discuss. So yeah, this is all I have today. So like if you're curious to know more about the ExaModels, you can find the GitHub repository here, and then for the this presentation, slide can be found here. So the key takeaway from this presentation may be encoding the algebraic structure into the type buys you in terms of the performance and the GPU compatibility, and also the AOT compilation possibility. But the trade-off there is that like we are putting more burden on the compilation, so that's good and bad. So, but if you have more like concretely typed expressions, that can benefit the faster conversion from the JuMP to the ExaModels. So that's something that I'd be happy to discuss. And then this is some small advertisement for the SIOM Opti meeting, right? Thank you.